The Premier League has seen its fair share of strikers.
But is this to be the start of...
surely he won this again! No way!
Good skill here from Henry! Oh, outstanding!
He doesn't like the easy tap in.
Some used their pace to beat defenders, like Jamie Vardy, while others were big and strong, like Erling Haaland. But if you've watched the league long enough, you would know that there is another type of striker. This man often just stood still, yet the goals kept coming. To some, Dimitar Berbatov was just plain lazy. But if he was, how could he be so lethal in front of goal, scoring without breaking a sweat? Who even was this guy who somehow made his job look so easy?
This was me inventing the false nine.
Dimitar Berbatov wasn't your typical striker. He wasn't chasing every ball, he wasn't bullying defenders in the box, and he sure as hell didn't celebrate a goal like it was the end of the world. But give him the ball, and you'd understand why people called him an artist. You might have seen clips of his ridiculous first touch, or those passes that felt like they belonged in a movie. But there's a story behind all that calm and class. A story that includes idolizing players you would never think of, a bizarre kidnapping claim, and mafia threats to him and his family. Berbatov's father was a professional footballer, while his mom was a handball player. But just like your footballing hero stories, he had a rough time when he was young. He had no football and had to practice with a pig's bladder and a basketball to work on his touches. Naturally, Berbatov would grow up to be a footballer. All he needed was some inspiration. After witnessing Hristo Stoichkov carry Bulgaria to a fourth-place finish in the World Cup, he decided to take football seriously. While most kids in Bulgaria looked up to Stoichkov, Berbatov spent his childhood modeling someone else. In fact, there were two, Alan Shearer and Marco van Basten. He loved Shearer's lethal prowess in front of goal, and he loved the elegant style in which Van Basten possessed. As for Berbatov, he decided to be a blend of both, molded himself to be a cool, calm, and collected finisher. He didn't just want to score, he wanted to do it beautifully. He once said that he watched Shearer's Premier League goals on repeat, soaking in every finish. And Van Basten's grace, he tried to mimic his touches and class. So yeah, while Stoichkov was all fire and fury, Berbatov chose something smoother. The Bulgarian's early career wasn't just about football. It came with real danger. At 18, after making a name for himself with his hometown club, Pirin, he signed for CSKA Sofia. He scored 6 goals in his debut campaign, followed by 16 goals the following season. But something frightening happened that year. Berbatov claimed he was kidnapped, not by random criminals, but by a mafia named Georgi Ilyev. He happened to be the boss of Levski Kyustendel, a rival club, and made Berbatov an offer to play for Levski. He was held hostage until his father stepped in. His dad reached out to Sofia's boss, Ilya Pavlov, a powerful figure in Bulgarian football, and got the situation under control. That's the kind of pressure young talents faced in Bulgaria back then. In his third year with Sofia, Bayer Leverkusen had seen enough and signed him midway through the 2000-2001 season. The Bundesliga was perfect for Berbatov, who made defenders look silly with his technical ability and intelligence. He'd glide into space, pull the ball out of the sky like it was weightless, and slot it home with ease. It took time for Berba to settle, and when he hit top form, he started banging in goals, especially in the 2001-2002. He scored 16 goals and made important contributions to the club's Champions League campaign. Leverkusen were to reach the finals of the Champions League for the first time, but lost to Real Madrid. Zinedine Zidane scored the winning goal, a left-footed volley that has since gone down to be one of the greatest goals in the history of the competition. Berbatov, on the other hand, was just getting started. In 2006, Tottenham Hotspur made their move, paying £11 million to bring him to North London. It didn't take long for him to become a fan favorite at White Hart Lane. His link-up with Robbie Keane was deadly. The contrast was perfect. Keane was all energy, and Berbatov was all finesse. The Bulgarian even said that Robbie would do all the running all over the pitch so that I could run in my head. He was named Tottenham's Player of the Year in 2007. The 2007-08 season was peak Berbatov. 23 goals, and all that with his nonchalant swagger. He helped Spurs win a League Cup, scoring an equalizing penalty as Tottenham went on to win 2-1 after extra time. All that talent came with attention. The media was talking a lot about the Bulgarian, and when Manchester United came calling, Berbatov wanted the move. Spurs didn't like it, but the writing was on the wall. He was too good to stay and needed a bigger stage. Manchester United already had Rooney, Tevez, and Ronaldo leading the line, but Sir Alex Ferguson knew this guy was special and believed he was the key to complementing the trio. And on deadline day in 2008, Manchester United shelled out over £30 million to sign Berbatov. He scored 14 goals in his first season, but in his second season, he struggled to make an impact. Fergie kept the faith in him, and in the 2010-11 season, Berbatov paid back in full. He scored his first hat-trick for United against Liverpool in a 3-2 home win, and his second goal, that famous overhead kick. That goal became a contender for the league's goal of the season. He then went on to score 5 goals in one match against Blackburn, becoming the first ever foreign player in the Premier League to accomplish that feat. That season, he ended up as top scorer with 21 goals. United were to reach the Champions League final, and after a stellar campaign, you'd think that'd make him a definite starter in the finals. Sadly, he was told by Ferguson that he wasn't going to be in the squad. Left out completely, that stung Berbatov so badly that the season in 2012 was to be his last. Berbatov would later admit it was one of the hardest moments of his career. He kept quiet then, unlike many stars who would publicly sound their displeasures through the media. And that's because of what Sir Alex did for him and his family in 2009. While on international duty with Bulgaria, reports surfaced that mafias had threatened to kidnap Berbatov's wife and daughter, if they weren't given £500,000 of protection money. Upon hearing this, he immediately fled Bulgaria and brought his family back to England with him. Sir Alex became a hero, sending a private jet to bring them out of harm. After what he went through, you'd think Fergie would cut him some slack. United played with more intensity since Ronaldo left, and sometimes Berbatov's laid-back style didn't quite fit the tempo. He couldn't keep up with the pace, and would sometimes go head-on with the players. Fergie, as we all know, was not a man to be trifled with, but thankfully, Berbatov had second coach, Rein Meulenstein, on his side. He managed to resolve things and even said that Berba wasn't a typical footballer. He was an artist who happened to wear football boots. Age caught up with Berbatov, and he spent most of his last season at United on the bench. In 2012, he left and reunited with his former manager, Martin Ole, his former manager at Tottenham. He joined Fulham, and it looked like he'd found the perfect playground. He was their star man, no doubt, scored 15 goals in his first season. He enjoyed his time, but Fulham were to be relegated, and a move to Monaco in 2014 followed. Different league, same Berba. Because during a match between Monaco and Nice, he scored a goal that not many could. He spent one season at Monaco before short spells at PAOK in Greece and Kerala Blasters in India. Those years didn't make headlines, but many across the world witnessed what Berbatov's game was like. After a year and a half without a club, but training several times with Stara Zagora in Bulgaria, Berbatov officially announced his retirement from football on September 19, 2019. During that time, he spent time writing an autobiography, and the foreword of the book was written by Sir Alex Ferguson, who apologized for leaving Berbatov out of the Champions League final. Was he lazy, or was he just a generational talent? Because in today's modern day of football, there just isn't a man like Dimitar Berbatov anymore. If you liked this video, check out the next one as well. See you there.